Okay, so your today's brain booster is all about hand-to-eye coordination. So this is really super, not only just for strengthening up the eye focus, again delaying the need for reading glasses and really paying attention to your eye health as well, but also that connection between your brain and body to be able to keep your eyes focused on an object. So what we're looking for here is, I've just got a very simple, a balled up pair of socks. And all we're going to do is, like starting to juggle, is just throw it up and catch in the other hand. Now, if that is too much and you keep on missing your hand, you can try it with one hand. You can even take it back to trying it with two hands. So throwing and catching with two hands would be stage 1. Throwing and catching with one hand would be stage 2. And then stage 3 is throwing from one hand to the other. Now, do you see the way I'm using my eyes to keep my eyes focused on that? Good. Okay, so that's just very simply with a balled up pair of socks. Now, what you might want to do is, if you want to move to a tennis ball, now the only thing with the tennis ball is if you miss it, it'll bounce off forever. At least if you miss it, the socks, they're right there beside you. So they're easy enough to grab and pick up. Now, what I've also brought is, I've brought in a massage ball. So this is just a spiky ball here. So that has a little bit more buoyancy in it, and it's a little bit bigger. So it means that I have to really work on my hand grip. Because, well, I've got smaller hands, but maybe if you've got bigger hands, then this might not be so bad. But again, you're going from stage 1, 2 hands, and you really want to track the ball. So eyes going up and down, eyes going up and down. You don't want to just throw it and see your eyes just catch it out of memory. You want to really track that ball going up and down. And I actually find this gets quite meditative as well, because you're just kind of getting into a bit of a zone. Then you can go from one hand. Now, as you can see, I'm not going very high. Don't waste your video by running around after a ball all day. But you can test yourself and your whole family about getting a little bit higher each time. Then obviously go to your non-dominant hand and getting higher each time. And then from hand to hand. Now, I have to say, before I actually started all this physical literacy stuff, I actually was not very good at catching a ball. And I actually discovered it in class one day, when someone threw a ball to me and I was able to catch it with one hand, that I could really see that the changes in the physical literacy had occurred. Now, I have one more challenge for you. You might not have anything like this at home, but we have this at home, and it's basically a weighted 2 kg ball. So this is where you can start using your physical literacy with your body training as well. So because it weighs 2 kilograms, that what happens is when I'm throwing it and catching it, I really have to use my arm muscles, my shoulder muscles, my back muscles, but then I need to use the stability of my core muscles as well to be able to keep me in place. Now for this, I've started to add in a little knee bend, because it gathers the momentum of the ball and then pushes it back up. Of course, you could go into a full squat then if you really wanted to bring the strength in, but really remembering to use those eyes as you throw and catch the ball. Okay, then you can go to one-handed. So you can really throw the catch and really be re-strengthened up one side. Just remember to do the same amount of reps on one side as the other. And then, of course, phase 3 is one hand to the other. And I love this, because if you really let the weight of the ball fall into your arm and then propel it up, you get a really nice stretch in your arms as well, and in your shoulders, which is always something, an added bonus. So just keeping your eyes focused as you're going from side to side. Now I'm using a tilt, so I'm really feeling my abdominals starting to work now as I move side to side. Okay, so today's brain booster is using a ball, throwing and catching, activating your eyes, re-strengthening up that focus and the brain-body connection as well. Okay, have fun with that.